Okay, so I'm really disturbed about this booster program.
Yeah.
And I agree with Laura Dodsworth 100% every time she comes on your show.
Yeah.
This is all about control and fear. And it's just so disturbing that in Britain we're supposed to be, a democracy, a liberal democracy. It's just being eradicated every single day. They are chipping away at our civil liberties and our freedoms. And I think the ultimate goal is the vaccine passport, because they're trying to get everybody in the country vaccinated so that they can then introduce the vaccine passport. And that's what they will use to bring in the digital currency that they're obsessed with lately and everything else that they want to be able to keep tabs on us with. They want a digitalised world. That's what it is. The end game is a digitalised world. And they're already talking about a digital currency all over the world. So where does this end? It ends when we, the people, say no more.
I know. I think you're right. And what do you think is the reason behind why they want all this, though? Because that's the bit I can't figure out.
It's the so-called fourth industrial revolution that they're trying to force to happen. And that started with the World Economic Forum's Great Reset plan that Klaus Schwab's been banging on about forever and wrote his book about. And as soon as the pandemic was announced, lo and behold, he sent his book to all the world leaders, his Great Reset book.
They should have read it before.
Yeah, and I think some of them are trying to implement that. And also, Mike, I don't know if you're aware of this, but this is also true. Pfizer, when they went around selling their vaccines to the governments for the pandemic, they got the governments to sign the most frightening type of contract whereby the governments have to adhere to certain, certain rules from Pfizer. And I think
this is on liability, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, they've got no liability because they're being used under emergency authorization. But as soon as the emergency powers are repealed, they're not being used under emergency powers anymore. So it would be very interesting to see what happens with the damages that people suffer from these vaccines then.
But my understanding, and unless you tell me different, is nobody's actually suing anybody yet, are they?
Because they're not able to, because Pfizer and all the other vaccine companies have been given, they've waived the liability for all of these vaccine companies.
But the government has taken that liability on. So if you're going to sue somebody, you sue the government.
Well, hopefully. I mean, but why is nobody suing anyone so far?
Well, maybe they haven't got any reason to. Well, maybe they haven't got any reason to.
Well, no, because there are a lot of people that have had some very serious.
I'm aware of that. Yeah,
from these vaccines.
I'm aware of that.
I don't know why they're not. I don't know why we're not hearing about anyone being sued.
Well, because I don't believe
they're keeping it quiet.
No, I just don't think anybody is actually suing anybody. But if they are, I will certainly find out, and I will be telling you about it. We will go and find out whether that's going on. But as far as I'm aware, I don't think anyone is suing any of the vaccine companies right now. And if it was happening, we would certainly know about it. There's no question about that. But listen, Amanda, thanks for your call.